Welcome back to the Vuvuzela. Today we're interviewing Suria from Consolidated Debt Solutions, who's going to be telling us a little bit more about what she does. And it's not all doom and gloom, people. Welcome, Suria. How are you doing?
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Suria, explain to our viewers what you do on a daily basis during normal business times.
On a daily basis, during normal business times, we have a lot of strained consumers. This has come about as a result of the fact that banking and lending practices have caused consumers to become over-indebted. Basically, when you apply for debt review, the first qualification you have is you have to be over-indebted, which means that your monthly expenses, including your debt obligations, have to exceed your monthly income. And basically what we do is we provide tailor-made needs for consumers who have become over-indebted to repay their debt obligations within a responsible manner.
How has all of this changed during this COVID-19 period, and especially during lockdown, because there is total panic out there with people not earning an income during this time who are already over-indebted?
The COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown in particular has had a huge effect on not just the South African economy in general, but also the way that people live and perceive their daily lives. And I think that what people should realize is that there is going to be life post COVID-19. We are going to have to return to some sort of normality, and this includes repaying your debt in a responsible manner. So whereas if you have had a payment holiday that's been given to you by the banks, those debts are going to be eventually have to restructured. And what debt counselling can do for you, again, is to restructure those debts in a responsible manner by either extending the terms over which you repay your debt, and also negotiating lowered interest rates over which you repay it. And depending on your individual needs, it differs from person to person, because now we're looking at whether you have assets that can be repossessed, and a salary that could possibly be what's generally referred to as being garnished, where they take a deduction off your salary. And debt counselling is a wonderful means to stop that from happening as a result of the fact that your debts are restructured through the courts. I think what a lot of people forget and misunderstand with regards to debt counselling is that they think that you can sign a credit agreement with a bank, and when you can't pay it, the credit agreement just disappears. But it doesn't work like that. Once you sign that credit agreement, you are bound to that agreement, almost like you would be bound to a marriage. You can't just dissolve a marriage by moving out. The same way, you can't just dissolve a credit agreement by stopping making payments. You have to put proper measures in place with your creditors to renegotiate that term.
Suria, we've got hundreds of thousands of people out there going, oh, how do I qualify for debt review? How do I go about this? Who's a reputable debt review company? Maybe you can just expand on that for the people out there and what the next steps for them are.
The qualification for debt review is very simple. All you need to do to qualify for debt review is to be over-indebted. Over-indebted being that you cannot, or you foresee that you are going to struggle to comply with your monthly commitments at the end of every month. With regards to reputable companies, yes, you are quite correct. I'm of the opinion that there are a lot of companies that are not reputable. The best way to determine as to whether or not you are approaching a reputable debt counsellor is to go onto the National Credit Regulator's website, the NCR website, and you can search on the website. You can say, is this a registered debt counsellor?
Wonderful, Suria. You no doubt in my mind have assisted so many people out there just with valuable information and practical information, because I'm pretty sure that the majority of us are in a situation where we're not going to be able to service a debt or a loan, and having people like you to walk people through this journey and this path and not make it as daunting as it's perceived to be is just wonderful. So thank you so much for your time today and for sharing this information with us.
Thank you so much. If I might add something, with regards to our company policy, when a consumer would come in, I think there might be a question on a lot of people's minds with regards to what is the charges related to debt review and so on and so forth. A consumer can approach our company, and I think most debt counsellors, without a first consultation fee. So if they are uncertain, my recommendation to people would be approach a reputable debt counsellor and ask them to take a look at their finances, take a look at the prospects, and give them an educated opinion with regards to whether or not they think that debt review would in fact be a viable option for them. I think a lot of people are discouraged by the fact that they think, I'm going to see a debt counsellor now and I have to pay an astronomical fee, and now, so my opinion would be contact a reputable debt counsellor and make an appointment and go and see them. If you do have a consultation with a debt counsellor, you do not have to go under debt review. You do not have to pay them for the consultation necessarily. You can ask them up front. Like I said, we do not ask a first consultation fee, and just for to afford the debt counsellor the opportunity to go through their financials and to decide with their prospective consumer/client whether or not it would be in their best interest to go under debt review or not.
Awesome. That's such an important note to end on. So viewers, if you are unsure whether you qualify or you have some questions, there are debt review companies like Suria's who are prepared to chat to you and to walk this path and this journey with you. We'll be sharing consolidated debt solutions information with you. And once again, thank you, Suria. It's been great chatting to you.
Thank you so much for having me.
To our viewers, just once again, if you've got a story you would like to share with us on the Vuvuzela, you can email us on hello@thevuvuzela.co.za. Till next time.